Hello, this is Peter with another video. Today is Monday the 26th of June. It's quite a windy day today, so I hope you can hear me on the microphone. But today I thought I'd show you 3 separate allegedly brown turkey fig trees that I've purchased over the years. So I'll start with the first one I purchased. This is the one I featured fairly recently when I did some fig pinching, and this is the one I've had for about 3 years now, or just over 3 years, and it's the one I was planning to plant in the ground to grow as my rootstock for a in-ground multi-grafted fig tree. However, it was brought to my attention that it probably isn't a brown turkey fig, and after closely looking at the leaf shape on this fig tree and comparing it to other people's brown turkey fig trees, I have to say it definitely does not resemble the brown turkey fig tree, or at least the one that we grow here in the UK. I know there are a few different types of brown turkey fig trees around the world. I don't know if this will focus on camera, but after I pinched it, it does seem to have started to develop a double bud here, just starting to, at least anyway, and a couple of other buds are developing. I think those might be just branches that are developing, but it's potentially going to be a fig on there as well. The reason I wanted to get a brown turkey fig as a rootstock is I wanted a reliable variety that fruits reliably in the UK, and if this turns out to be something else, there's a chance that it might not even produce bravers in the UK, and then a main crop is pretty much out of the question in my location without use of a polytunnel or greenhouse. Maybe if we get really lucky in the summer and we pinch and pinching goes well and we get a warm summer, then potentially, but I'm mostly going to be relying on bravers here. So after we noticed this was most likely a different variety, I decided to look around and see if I could find another brown turkey tree online. So this one I think I got from a company called Gardening Express, as I said, about 3 years ago. It was around May, I think it was May 2020. And then, the other week I ordered another brown turkey, and this one was from a company called Gardener's Dream, I believe. On the website, the picture of it did look more like what a brown turkey leaf should look like, but when it arrived, I saw the leaves on it and immediately realised it wasn't a brown turkey, or very unlikely to be brown turkey. So I had a look at the label on it. As you can see, it doesn't mention brown turkey on the label whatsoever. Now, as you can see, this was actually grown in the Netherlands by the looks of it, but it just says Ficus carica fig tree in multiple languages, and so that's it. It doesn't actually have any variety on it. I got in touch with the company I ordered this from and showed them pictures of it and said this wasn't a brown turkey. It didn't have the label didn't say it was brown turkey. The leaves don't match brown turkey, and they took a couple of days to get back to me. They said they were looking into it, and then when they did get back to me, they said they've checked and it is brown turkey. So I don't believe them, but to be fair, it's probably not their fault. They've probably just been told that it's a brown turkey from where they purchased it from. Now, as I mentioned, there are a few different brown turkeys around the world, so it's possible this could be a brown turkey but a different type, not the one that we grow in the UK, the one that's commonly grown. But this issue with mislabeled figs is quite a big problem here in the UK especially, but it is common around the world as well, because figs, of course, especially when you take cuttings, them all look exactly the same. So it's very easy for them to get mixed up during propagation. Yeah, and then people grow them on, think it's that variety, sell cuttings or grow cuttings and sell them on, and then yeah, you end up with a completely different variety getting sold as something else. So it's a very common problem with figs. So because of that, I decided to keep it. I was considering returning it, but then I think you have to pay for postage, and by the time I paid for postage, it was a fairly cheap plant anyway, so I thought I'll just keep the plant, might as well grow it on and see what happens. Now of course, if you look closely at these two plants, the leaves do look near identical, so I'm wondering if these are actually the same variety as each other. It'll be interesting to see if these ever do fruit. Now this one, as I said, I've had it 3 years. It's pretty slow growing and compared to some of my other varieties, and hasn't shown any signs of producing any brabers or main crop in that time that I've had it. So I'm not expecting much from them, but it will be interesting to see if they do ever eventually produce any fruits. So yeah, the other day I decided to go to a local garden centre, and I had a look at some of the plants they had there. They had a few different varieties of fig, and this one is supposed to be a brown turkey as well. Looking at the label here, so this one is supposed to be a UK grown plant as well. As it's been grown in the UK, it's given me a slightly better chance, I'm thinking, of this being the true brown turkey. And as you can see, you know, the leaves do seem to vary quite a bit. Most of them do seem to have mostly three predominant parts of the leaf here. Some of them are, you can see, a little bit different shape. Some of them do have a little bit more to them, not just three, but it seems to be mainly three parts of the leaves. There was also a fig tree there, the same as this, another brown turkey, which did have a braber growing on it. It was still green, but it did look kind of what I'd expect the brown turkey fruit to look like. I decided not to get that particular plant because it was a much smaller one than this. It only had a couple of stems on it, not much growth, and one of the branches was actually completely damaged on the side. So because as I mentioned, I wanted to grow this as a rootstock for my in-ground tree. I wanted as healthy looking one as I could get. So I've got this one here, which has three main stems, you could say, and another fourth smaller one. It's got quite a lot of new growth on it, as you can see, much more growth than any of my figs have got. So this has probably been grown in a polytunnel or a greenhouse at some point. As I mentioned, you can't say for certain that this is going to be brown turkey, but it's definitely different looking than the other two that I've got. So yeah, we'll see what happens with this. I did notice that it does seem to be producing some main crop figs already. There's no pinching going on here. Not pinched out any of the growth. That's just how it was. It was already developing some. Each of these stems have some little figlets starting to develop. Whether these will actually ripen here is another question altogether, but like I said, I'm not going to focus on producing fruit on this particular tree this year. I'm going to allow it to continue to grow. Don't know if I'll remove any fruit off it if it does set any. I might just leave one or two, see what happens. But I will probably get this in the ground in the next week or so. So yeah, that's the three allegedly brown turkey figs that I've got here. So yeah, this will be interesting to see if any of them produce any fruits, how they look and how they compare with each other. But yeah, these two are definitely It's very similar looking, and this one here is completely different in terms of the leaf shape. So yeah, we'll see what happens with this. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I release future videos. And I'll keep you updated with the progress of these different plants here. And hopefully we can get a correct identification on these in the future. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.